Ooh, if this isn't the most frustrating thing about makeup, I don't know what is. Chanel, you are not alone, girl. It's the #1 issue. Looks like you're dealing with some common creasing, cracking, and separating base makeup. One of the most frustrating makeup issues, but I promise it can be fixed. I was tagged a few times in your video, so I want to share some of my best tips I have to prevent this. Don't give up just yet. So first and foremost, skin prep, and not just the prep before your makeup. Now, I'm sure you already are, but you'd be surprised how many people aren't moisturizing regularly. Gotta moisturize morning and night, as makeup will put a spotlight on any speck of dryness we may have. And then, of course, moisturize before you go in with your makeup. And you may want to stop there. I find less is more when it comes to skin prep. If you layer up too many serums or treatments, it's very unlikely all those formulas are going to mix well with makeup, and it's probably going to cause it to slip away. And primer, I really think of as needed. Now, you may benefit from a gripping, hydrating primer in the T-zone or any areas you're noticing that makeup slipping and moving away. But less is more. Too much primer can also be an issue. I know it's confusing, I'm sorry. And then, of course, sunscreen. Love sunscreen because we truly need it, but so many ruin makeup. So skip if you can situationally, but when you can't, go for a watery consistency that acts more like a moisturizer. These tend to work the best with makeup. Alright, now we're ready for coverage. I saw a lot of comments said to just use tinted moisturizer, which sure, that'll look more natural, but you also get less coverage. And that isn't something you should have to sacrifice. In fact, a higher coverage can let us apply less product, which is the key to avoiding that separation and cakiness. And of course, formula matters. For mature skin that's a bit dry, I'd recommend House Labs, and if you have more oily skin, I'd recommend Estee Double Wear. I'm oily, so I'm going to use this one, and it also happens to be my mom's favorite. And never pump or pour foundation directly onto the face. Instead, just pick up a bit with your fingertips and lightly press it into the skin one area of the face at a time. Just using my fingers to warm up the product and ensure we have a nice thin, even layer. I mean, look at how natural and skin like that looks, and this is already a matte full coverage foundation. And then to blend it in and ensure it's seamless, just go in with a damp beauty sponge and begin to press it into the skin. Blending this in one section of the face at a time to ensure it's seamless before it has a chance to dry down. And gradually build it up in areas where you need a little bit more coverage. Just be sure to work in light layers. Like, who said full coverage has to look cakey? Not gonna go anywhere, but it still looks natural. And the same concepts apply to your concealer. I don't want you to go straight in with the applicator under your eye, as that's likely going to apply way too much. Instead, just take a little bit off the back of your hand once again with your finger, lightly tapping on and building up that coverage in thin layers. The less product, the less of a chance we're going to crease. So the before and the after. Alright, so now your base makeup is fully applied, but don't rush in to set it. Give yourself and your makeup some time to breathe and kind of set into the skin, at least 5 minutes if you can, as then you'll be able to see and tell where the makeup is actually settling and moving into fine lines and creases. I'm not the best to demonstrate this technique, so I'll put in some footage of my mom. As you can see, some excess product settled in her fine lines, so I went in with a Q-tip to remove that excess, and then lightly tapping everything back together. This will significantly reduce the chance of creasing or settling later. This is not my technique. Credit to all the pro makeup artists that have shown this technique before me. Vincent Ford, Addie, Claudia, and so many others. And now you can go in and set. I really recommend a dense powder puff and a matte smoothing translucent powder. We didn't apply a ton of makeup, so you don't need a ton of powder. Pushing the powder into the puff to ensure it's evenly coated. Then just lightly go in and begin to set the makeup. I like to start in the under eye and kind of work my way out as needed. And look how smooth and even that looks. As much as I love this dewy and radiant side, it's just not gonna last. And at this stage, the makeup should be completely creased and cake free. If it is separating or looks cakey, your skin prep and foundation are probably not working well together. Or if it looks really dry, you may need to exfoliate, but I don't think that was your issue. And last but not least, you gotta lock it in with a layer of setting spray. Go for a natural finish one, but girl, trust me, this is gonna make a huge difference. It just brings the makeup and skin back to life, and it's gonna help it from moving around or creasing through the day. And there you have it, smooth, even, and crease-free base makeup. Chanel, I really hope this helps, or anyone else watching with a similar makeup dilemma. Always, I'll leave these products in the caption. Let me know any questions you have below, and tag me if you need help with your makeup next.